keto style steak fajitas.
All right, y'all, so this is one of my favorite meals. I love Mexican food, so does Dana. Love marinated skirt steak. So this is a recipe that I found online, but just kind of doctored it to my own liking. So we start with a little bit of, this is the skirt steak, by the way. And the simplest way to me to do it is in a Ziploc bag, a little bit of apple cider vinegar. And no, I don't measure all the time. Worcestershire sauce, I like Worcestershire sauce. Lime juice. And really the lime juice and the apple cider vinegar kind of helps to tenderize and break down the meat a little bit. A little bit of xylitol honey. Funny thing, I have a good friend who's one of the biggest apiaries in the state of Louisiana. He would die if he knew I was using xylitol honey. Garlic, we love garlic in our house, so we use a lot of it. That actually may not be enough, so I may come back to it. Paprika. I'm saying about a teaspoon. Doesn't take a whole lot. Some ground coriander. If I can get it out of the bottle. Okay. Salt. Probably about a tablespoon or a little more. That's plenty. Okay. Ground pepper. All right. Onion powder. That's about half a tablespoon, excuse me. Chili powder, I kind of just sprinkle it in, more or less if you like. Kind of gives it a smoky, taco-y flavor. And a little bit of hot sauce. We don't use a whole lot because some of the kids are sensitive to spice. And I would normally use fresh chopped cilantro in this, but one of our kids doesn't like cilantro, so we're leaving it out because he's home right now. Anyway, then I seal it up and I try to get it moving around in the bag. Another ingredient you can use if you don't have or don't like Worcestershire sauce is soy sauce. But that's pretty much it. Mix it up. You can do that before work and stick it in the refrigerator and then grill it. I like to use charcoal because I just like the flavor better, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with gas. And that's it.
Time to put them on the grill. Should marinate in a couple hours. I didn't ask, but how hot's the temperature, do you know?
About 400 right now. So I flipped them one time already. Just checking, make sure they're cooking good. Had to turn this one around, it's getting a little overdone there. What I'm about to do, I'm gonna put the black iron skillet here in the middle, directly over the coals. Gotta kind of arrange it so it fits around the meat. And that meat will continue slow cooking. I'm gonna let that skillet heat up, and then I'm gonna add something special to it. All right, so I got some avocado oil heated in the skillet, and now I'm gonna pour in onions and bell pepper. And I used a very similar marinade on the onions and bell pepper as I did on the steak. So we're gonna let that cook for a little while. Maybe time to manger. Ooh, them onions and peppers are coming along nicely. And my camera woman fussed at me for talking in French earlier. Excuse me. Because we have Mexican food, we're gonna comer. All right, I'm gonna give the onions and peppers a little stir. They're coming along nicely. And then I'm gonna pull off the skirt steak because it is done I'm gonna put it in this pan and I'm gonna tent it with some aluminum foil for about 15 minutes. All right, so what I did here, I covered the meat, the skirt steak, with foil, and it's called tinning, and I just tint it for about 15 minutes, and it lets the juices, because they kind of constrict up. Once that meat starts to cool a little bit, the juices spread out so you get a nice juicy cut of meat. All right, so the onions and peppers are ready. We'll let all the marinade kind of dry out and cook out, and I'm just gonna take them off and set them on the table.
And what he didn't say is that it's a beautiful evening outside right now, so we've got like our fixins outside. We're about to eat outside, y'all. Be jealous. Spring in South Louisiana is gorgeous.
All right, so I take the skirt steak and I cut it in half or maybe even thirds, and I cut it across the grain, sometimes on a bias like this, and it gives you more tender bites. And this is cooked good. The smaller one I cut up first was a little overdone, but this is cooked just about a little over medium rare, which is perfect to me.
I think I'm gonna need a little taste test. If you're cooking tonight, I need to taste. Thank you.
You're welcome.
My ultimate fajita has avocado, sour cream, a little pico de gallo, of course the onions and peppers, and the steak on a 0-carb tortilla. What's your favorite tortilla or your favorite fajita have on it?